So yeah, I thought I'd do a video on why I've never pursued my degree. Like anyone that's come across my videos should know that I did an animation degree at university, and 5 years on, 5 years out, I've never managed to pursue it for multiple reasons. So I thought I'd probably just go through reasons why I've never pursued it, because I thought, why not? Making these videos is like a form of therapy for me, so I thought I'll just do it on this topic. So yeah, why I've never pursued my degree. I think like choosing animation as a degree has always been a bit of like a wild card option, where it's something I've never really had much experience in before doing it. And I do question to myself, why did I do it? Because I think most of the time while I was there, I always thought it probably wasn't the right choice. But also have questions, thinking, it might not have been a bad choice, but I guess it's not paid off as of making this video, but hopefully maybe it would one day, who fucking knows. So yeah, I did an art and design course at college, BTEC level, before doing an animation degree, and I thought I'd probably go into graphic design or something, but I thought, I fancy doing something a bit different. I was quite into street art murals at the time, so I thought, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do after college, so I thought I'd look into some courses, and I came across, I was looking into mostly illustration sort of courses, illustration slash graphic design slash animation sort of courses, where there were some courses where I could have a combination of both. And I originally was going to do an illustration and animation course at a smaller university, but I decided not to go there because I wanted to go to a proper university town, like study in a proper university town, have that proper university experience, which was Manchester, Manchester School of Art. So I thought I'd do that, but the only course I chose there was an animation course. And why did I choose that? I don't know. Like, I think I fancied doing something a bit different, something I'd never really think I'd do. Maybe that excited me a bit. Maybe I wanted to challenge myself. And I was also into films at the time quite heavily. So I thought, because it's basically a film degree, or it's heavily based around film and story, I thought that might have attracted me a bit to it, but I guess I was very young, very naive, because you forget how young you are when you're choosing universities, and I was very young. I was basically still a kid, really, in my view anyway, looking back at it. So yeah, I decided to do animation. Struggled at it at first, but then I got used to it. Had my problems, didn't really get on with everyone on the course, didn't really connect with people, but I managed to get quite a good degree. I got a second class degree, which kind of proves that, do you know what, I'm capable of doing something to a level. I'm not as thick as I thought I was, or what people have made me to believe that I was, especially at school. And 5 years out, I've never managed to pursue it, and I guess it's about who you know, not what you know. It's about what circles you're in, and I struggled to connect with people at uni. Wasn't 100% sure whether I wanted to do animation or not because I'd like career ambitions, attentions elsewhere, such as like acting, which I've talked about in previous videos. Like that attracted me. And I think after education, I just got massively burnt out. Like it wasn't an easy time for me. Where I think I struggle with fatigue and possibly Asperger's can contribute to that. Where you just can't handle, you can't cope with stuff as well as most people, normal people. So just burnout, couldn't cope with it. And looking for a job's a full-time job of itself, and it just feels like so much effort, more effort than it should be, where it's like you're solving a mystery, you're solving, like you have to find loopholes into stuff, like where some people might call that hustling. And I guess I didn't quite really have the ability to do it through like burnout and stuff. And that was when I left uni, it was probably one of the worst times to graduate, where it was the start of COVID lockdown, where the world came to a stop. So I guess people around my age, my generation who graduated around the same time, got handed a bad deal where we've just not been lucky. And you hear things like the news, like and on YouTube, like how hard it is to get a job, where a lot of people are unemployed, where it's next to near impossible to get a job, where we're lectured to all our lives, or as a teenager, that we should get a job, should be punctual, we should impress people, please. But they make it so hard that it's next to impossible to get a job. That the more I watch these like videos on it, it seems to justify my current situation, where I eventually got ill. My head popped, the pressure cooker, the lid blew off the pressure cooker, basically, which has got me into supported living. And I've mentioned in other videos that I thought about approaching an animation studio in Manchester face to face rather than emailing them, because I think like in the past I've emailed loads of people and just don't really get far with them. So I thought about doing it face to face, but it's just one of them where I get an idea in my head and I'd forget about it the next week, where it seems to be a common theme. And I've tried multiple things since leaving university. I think the best thing I've done is volunteering, which says a lot about the job market, I guess. Might say a lot about myself, about my capabilities, and that I just can't hack this world, I can't cope with it. Possibly where I've probably been harsh to myself about stuff, probably. because I don't think we live in good times exactly, especially for young people where there doesn't seem to be much of a future, especially for me. Like, this is probably as good as it gets now, which just, it's criminal. When you put that much effort into education, it just leads to supported living. I might as well have not bothered. Like, if I'd known that 15 years ago, I might have not even bothered with college. I might have not even bothered with school. I might have fucked that off, even though I had to go there by law. I might have actually done that. But the brutal nature of this world, and I'm getting into the government and why I despise the current government and the current state. It's probably for another video, but the system altogether. But yeah, I just feel like so much stuff was against me, probably, where I've never really had the right support. I think, I don't know, just connections, circles, and just everything just didn't help, to be honest. Well, whether I'd pursue animation in the future or some sort of film sort of thing, hopefully that probably would happen one day. Like, fucking hope to fucking God that it does happen. Where I think animation's probably quite a rare art form where it seems to involve everything, where it's a film degree with graphic design, has computer science and that, illustration, even acting to a level where it's quite a rare art form where it can involve pretty much anything in it, or a lot of things. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say in this video. But yeah, hopefully something would happen one day, but there just doesn't seem to be any sign of it. Maybe it's a me problem. Maybe I'm just not strong enough to put up with the harsh realities of this world, the brutal nature of it. But yeah, catch you in another video. Goodbye.